Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Two Eras, and today we're not talking about what we normally talk about here on this channel. We are talking about something completely different, and I want to give some local card stores, maybe people traveling around, they're taking their cards to places, how to secure your stuff a little bit better. So we're coming into this topic, and it's a hot topic because it's been going on for a while now, and thievery, hooliganery, robbery, all of that stuff, indecency has been coming and going forever. It's a story as long as the world's been in existence. However, the thing is, the value of Pokemon cards has gone up tremendously. And people know this, and they are purposely going around and trying to steal other people's stuff because they know it has a lot of value. Local card stores, especially the ones that have vendor booths like at conventions, they only have maybe 1 or 2 employees on staff. When there's, 10, 15 people, it's really hard to keep track of everything. And you have the trust factor when you're dealing with card collectors because we understand the value of your items, and we're not going to try to mess anything up, ruin your cards, bend them, whatever. We're not trying to damage them. As collectors, we're there to potentially make a trade, make a purchase. But now there are people going into these conventions that are literally stealing stuff. So this video, I hope, will be helpful. I think that there might need to be some additional security measures for those that at the convention center in general too. This might be a way to potentially let's better ourselves. Let's be better about things and security revolving this. And for those that don't know my qualifications, I am an engineer. I'm always looking for ways to help. So I am making this video as potential suggestions on how we can do better at securing things. Also, maybe even for the conventions or, those Collecticon events, the ones that manage it, maybe we could do something better there as well. I don't know. I'm just wanting to throw out some suggestions. Let's get this conversation started. I'm tired of seeing these listen, these are local card stores. Some of them are like you and me. Like, they're just people that are collecting. This is like their side hobby, is going out to these conventions, selling, trading. Honestly, I wanted to go to Collecticon this year too because I was trying to get my hands on a Crystal Lugia, and I was coming in with a bunch of heat to try to do it. Now I finally got one. I'm really, really happy. My Aquapolis is almost complete. My holo collection is complete, but my whole set is almost complete, and that really, really makes me happy. But I wanted to go to potentially wheel and deal, and that's what most people, 99% of the people that go to these events are there for that. But there's the 1%ers, ladies and gentlemen, and let's take a look at a couple of 1%ers from the most, very recent 1%ers, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, we got Max Headroom has made his return to Pokemon. He not his return, he's made his return to the internet, but made his return straight out of the 1980s, ladies and gentlemen. Max Headroom has returned. A completely different new look. I think his eyes got a little bit bigger. This guy actually did return the product he stole after people like Rattle Pokemon, Opossum Bud, a bunch of YouTubers started putting his stuff up. He started trending all over Twitter, like this guy in Facebook groups. He returned the cards, apologized, and then took off because he didn't want to get arrested. But, come on, bro. Anybody that's out here that's doing this stuff, your face is going to come out on the internet. I'm just saying. Good on you for returning the stuff, but bad on you for having the intention in the first place. Who does that? All right. Second, ladies and gentlemen, we have the great value Team Rocket right here. Had no idea where the cameras were at. Found the cameras and like, oh crap, there's the camera right there. Trevor. Team Rocket right here. Great value, Team Rocket. Finally finding the camera. Got their face all over on display. GG's, guys. All right. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, the Kool-Aid Man he's coming to Pokemon cards, ladies and gentlemen. He broke a wall. He came right in there to steal Pokemon cards. This is the Kool-Aid Man Bandit. I don't know why somebody wants to do something like this. Truthfully, honestly, there is a picture of him out on the internet. There's Rattle. Rattle covered it, I believe, yesterday or the day before. Maybe about a week ago when this YouTube video goes up. So, I've been thinking of things. How can we make things a little bit better? What can we do? All right. I have, for those that come with binders, because it seems like binders or boxes are getting stolen, I have 2 products that could potentially work. And we're going to test one of them out because I have something that we can kind of look at. First and foremost, the Apple AirTag. It retails for $89.99 for a set of 4. So you're looking at maybe a little over $20, maybe $25 per AirTag if you just want one AirTag. The nice thing about the AirTag is that there is no subscription price. It has a 1-year battery life. There are accessories that you can potentially attach to your binder using, that, or potentially maybe cut an incision in your binder, or if your binder has some kind of flap, it can stick like one of those little cards inside of it with the AirTag in it. We're going to test some of this theory out because I don't know if this works or not. I'm literally bringing this to the table and we're going to test it out in this video. Another thing that I like about the AirTag is, all right, while it only has 33 feet of travel, as long as there is an iPhone nearby, this guy pings off of iPhones. So if there's an iPhone nearby, you will be able to see where this thing is at, no matter where you're at. You don't have to be 33 feet away from it. If this thing is in downtown LA and you lost it in San Francisco, this is just an example, you would know where it's at. And I think that's really cool. And I think the AirTag is a very valuable commodity. You may not get all your cards back. However, if you are at a convention center, there's a 100% likelihood, as long as it's a big convention and it's not like a Android only convention, that you're gonna find your device, in a reasonable amount of time. You pull up the app, boom, there it is. You go and get it. I think that's really cool. Another idea to throw around. And by the way, don't look at the Tile. Don't look at the Samsung device. They don't have that technology where they can ping off of other Apple devices or Android devices for those that are Android. The other idea, and this might seem a little crazy, but it might work for those that have like boxes of cards, like people bring like briefcases of cards and they look all professional and stuff. They're wearing a t-shirt, but they come in business, ladies and gentlemen. They have business in one hand and casual on their body. We're talking a literal car GPS. This is the family one, but there are so many other devices like this on the market. This specific one is $19.95. It has 4G LTE GPS range, so it doesn't rely on having an Apple device and pinging off of the Apple device. It's literally looking at your cell towers. However, there is a subscription required. One of the ideas that I thought is, hey, if you're going on a convention in a specific month, maybe you're going to 2 or 3 conventions, you subscribe for that month, and then boom, you don't have to have the subscription full time. That might be an idea. This only has a 2-week battery life, so if somebody's stealing it from you, you got 2 weeks to, make sure you get this back. However, it does have location history for up to a year, as long as it's pinging to a device, as long as it's pinging to a tower. So these are a couple of ideas. If there's a way you can fixate this into your compartment where you're storing your cards at, we've seen examples of people stealing boxes of cards. Maybe you have some cool box that you put everything in, get that in there so it's not damaging the cards, because that's one of the things you don't want to damage the cards. And that's, that is why we want to test this out. I want to test this theory out and see if this works. We're also going to open a couple of packs of cards, but I have with me a Voltex binder that this is actually a binder I was going to take with me to Collecticon in Fort Worth, but I got really sick and I couldn't do it. And this is not an Apple, the Air device. This is a Galaxy Smart Tag. Now keep in mind, you're not going to be able to use the Galaxy ones because I don't think they ping off of other towers like the AirTag does. So that is one of those things that, yeah, you're going to want to make sure you get an AirTag. This is just, we're testing the size to make sure it doesn't mess up your cards, because that's one thing that I wasn't too sure about. So let's take a look. I got my binder here on the table. Let's move that mouse out of the way. Got my binder on the table. Let's see what we could do in here. Okay. I'd imagine that these devices are probably about the same size, more or less. And what we're going to do here, ladies and gentlemen, is first and foremost, we're going to open this guy up. We're not going to turn it on or do anything special with it. We're theorizing what we could do to make this better. I am sick and tired of seeing stores lose their stuff because some little bastard, excuse my French, decided I am going to steal your stuff and ruin your business. All right. So right off the bat, I don't think, like, you won't be able to slip it in here without it damaging the cards. Like, you just can't do it. You can't do it. It is a thick little boy. It is, however, one thing you can 100% do, 100% you can do this. You can attach it here to this, you know. You can fixate it to your zipper and use it as a zipper tag, and it won't damage the cards as long as, you know, you get like a little hook and you use this guy right here. Boom. However, these guys, so you could put the AirPod like this, or the what is it? The AirTags like this. That's one idea. That is one idea. Another thought that I had, but I don't think this is going to work, was going to be potentially making like an incision on the inside or the outside of the binder, you know, maybe on this side, and sticking it in there. I don't think this is going to work. I think the only thing you can potentially do is stick it onto this. So I know it's expensive. You're going to have to pay like $20 per little one of these, but I think this would work. You know, if you got an AirTag, you want to stick it on there, you're going to need an Apple device though. So you're going to need either an iPhone or maybe an iPad or something like that. I am team Android. As you can see, I had a Samsung device there, and I had my Galaxy Buds Pro or whatever over here somewhere. But that is my idea, at least for this. I was thinking, you know, since we were talking, and this is a convention thing, and it's going to depend on compliance and what regulation looks like, depending. This is a state for state type of thing. But I was thinking, and also state law too, because theft under a specific amount, like California is a good example, won't even qualify for police. You know, like you won't even get in trouble for it. But I was thinking at conventions, when you go to these conventions, if they took a picture of every person that came in for safety reasons. Anyways, like safety and security. If so, you go in, you know, Billy Bob bought X ticket, you take a picture of them when you're getting in. When you're doing the security check of them anyways, take a picture of them. Maybe get their name. I don't know. I'm just trying to think. Or another thing. I got another idea. These local card stores. I got a good idea here. For the local card stores, it's going to be hard to get a convention to do that. For local card stores, if you're giving your cards to somebody to look at, before you do that, you get a picture of their ID or something. If they're a little kid, you get a picture of their, you know, Pop's ID or something like that, so that those cards don't slip out into somebody else's hands. Maybe that might be a way to do it. You know, when you're purchasing an apartment or when you're purchasing a house, for me to get entry into this brand new house before I bought it, I had to give my ID if I wanted to come in here after all the appliances and everything were installed. I couldn't just come in here willy-nilly and take a look around. I had to go get permission by giving my ID. So you go get permission by handing your ID, and if you don't have an ID, well, tough break. Like that is the only way I think that this could be resolved. And you know, the person that's the employee, look at the ID, look at the human being, boom. Now this you know, Europe has crazy, they have GDPR and some laws around privacy. So you can't sit there and write this person's name down. But if you hold the ID as a temporary, then at least if somebody steals it, you already have their name, you have their address if it's accurate on their ID, and it should be accurate, because if it's not, then they're probably breaking a law by not updating their address on their ID. But those are a couple of ideas that I had. We're going to open a couple of packs of cards. Let me know what you guys think about my ideas here. Some of them are kind of interesting. I am a security-minded person, and I just want to help. I don't know if we can solve this problem just like that. But I am so sad, and I'm tired of seeing these videos happen. And I'm not tired of the people that are making the videos, so don't get that twisted. I'm tired of seeing the fact that somebody that put their blood, sweat, and tears into a business is losing out on some money because somebody decided that they were going to go steal from them. Local card stores don't make a lot of money. I'm just going to tell you right now. Like, people that sell on TCG Player, and I know because I just got my first sale the other day. Shout out to the person that first bought my first thing. And they take you out on a lot of money, man. I'm not going to lie to you. I was like, oh, the fuck? But, all right. Let's go ahead and open up a couple of Silver Tempest. I got a Sunflora for the promo, by the way. I'm going to open 2 of these guys up. We're going to open 8 packs in total. But yeah, I'm a little heartbroken for those people because they really do spend a lot of money on just getting, inventory and product. And then you got somebody, some Billy dipshit stealing their stuff. And that's not cool, man. That's not cool with me, at least. All right, we got a Rapidash for the other promo. All right, we got 8 packs of Silver Tempest. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this this epidemic that's going on. It's nuts, man. I'm not a big fan of people stealing. I've never been a big fan of people stealing. Theft is not cool. Please stop doing it, people. Human beings, stop it. Be good people to other people, please. Come on now. I'm trying to think off the top of my head what other ideas could happen. We got a Ho-Oh there. That's a nice pull. I know it's not like the greatest Ho-Oh in the world, but it's still a nice pull. I just don't know what else we can do. I just don't know what else somebody can do about this. I think something needs to be done, though. I think this is continuing way too often. I think handing, none of these ideas are going to be able to... Shout out to my boy Beer by the way. None of these ideas that I have here in my mind are going to work for people that get broken into. Maybe if somebody steals a binder or a box of cards or something like that, maybe one of those devices could help you. But for the most part, and you're not going to get somebody's idea if they're breaking into your business. But if you're giving them a binder of cards, it's a level of trust, and you can't trust anybody. It feels like these days you can't trust anybody. It seems like it's thievery and people that like to rob. Just everywhere. I see something, by the way. I do see something kind of good. Here we go. Look at that. A Duraludon VMAX Galarian Trainer Gallery and a Medicham. That's a nice pull. That is a good pull. Let's keep going. I like that. I like that card. It's a very underrated... Duraludon's an underrated Pokemon, man. Bummed about Duraludon not getting the love that he gets. All right, that was from the Rapidash box. So the Rapidash box had some pretty decent pulls. But yeah, I'm just so tired of seeing people get, ripped off, robbed. It's not fair. Dunfin. Ooh, we got an Earth and Seal Stone. That's a good card, I think. I believe it is. Those stone cards are worth at least $1, at least. But I think there's it's not that's not the one that's worth $7, but it's still worth, anything over $1 for a regular rare is pretty good in my books, in my opinion. All right, got a Meditite, a Dewpider. See if we can get something good. Come on, Claydol, Gardevoir. The hits are kind of slowing down here. I'm happy though with the pulls, so I can't I can't complain. I'm happy with the pulls that we gotten. I just I'm a little greedy and I want more. So say that. I'm a little greedy and I want a little bit more. That's a cute Baneri. I don't even remember that Baneri. There's There's not other Pokemon there now. There's not. Have I never like paid attention to that one? Ooh, we got a gold energy switch. Okay, we got good pulls. This was a nice little opening. This was a good opening. I feel like I already have that card, which is nice to, you know, it's always nice to get a duplicate of something. Especially, you know, because your boy's doing a little side hustling too. Doing side hustling because I am buying. I keep buying more stuff. All right, we got a Whelmer, a Ponyta reverse, and a Bravery. So in this opening, ladies and gentlemen, we got an energy switch, a Duraludon. These are our two big hits, and we got, you know, a couple of small hits. But yeah, I really want some kind of solution to happen for those that are getting robbed over and over again. So those are my ideas. You know, get somebody's ID. And that was even on the little PowerPoint that I set up. I'm thinking an air tag would work for binders. I mean, if you're, and I know $25 or whatever it costs to get an air tag might seem like an expensive expense, but if your binder is worth, and there's people that are literally like, one of the guys I believe that got ripped off in the UK, somebody stole the binder or a box. He had E-Series cards, hollows and reverse hollows, which are worth a ton. Anything from Aqua, Expedition, Skyridge, anything reverse hollow from that era, because those are the last four or the last three Wizards of the Coast sets, are worth some money. There was also some Team Rocket and some other stuff, but if it's anything from those sets, like, you know, those E-Series sets that are hollows and are the good ones, like, that is a lot of money to be losing. So for a local card store to lose all that money because somebody decided that they were gonna, you know, snatch stuff up, that's not cool. And so maybe an air tag would be kind of you know, a good investment in all your binders. You know, get the Amazon sells the little clips for, I believe, like a couple of dollars a piece. You can clip all of them onto the end of the zipper. You will have to be careful on how you're storing things when you have them, but those might be the smart investment and way. You have to replace them every year, which is going to be kind of a pain in the butt, depending on how many binders you have. I'm just coming up with some ideas. If you got a binder that's worth $20,000-$30,000, you might want to get some investment onto it. Also, if you have binders that are worth that much money, I think taking somebody's ID is reasonable. You know, verifying who they are. Don't collect the information unless you know your state law. Keep the ID. They return it to you. Boom. Here's your ID back. You don't want to give me your ID? Then you can't see the cards. That's plain and simple, in my opinion. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate you guys. And if you could, do me a favor, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. I don't really do stuff like this usually. But I love thinking security minded because that's what I do all day at work. If you could, leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. And if you could, do me the biggest favor, a biggest solid. Tell somebody something nice, because it could be the only nice thing they hear all day, all month, all week. Click on one of these two videos. Mental health awareness is important. I love you guys. Till the next one, take it easy.